Week five's discussion on Adam Galinsky's How to Speak Up for Yourself. Um, the 3 points that were made, I think, are, for me, I feel like they're fairly easy to incorporate into daily life, whether that be professional, educational, or personal. Um, the first point being a ferocious mama bear or advocating for others and a humble advice seeker. Um, you know, to stand up for yourself, sometimes it can be difficult if you don't feel like you have um, a lot of support around you. But I noticed even for myself, it's definitely a lot easier to stand up for myself if I'm also standing up for others, or I mean, even if it's just standing up for others. Um, so, like, as incorporating that into our writing, I think that if we have a point we're trying to make, if we are considering um, the audience and how we would want it to come across, like maybe it's a persuasive essay, or maybe it's simply an email regarding an incident that happened at work. You'll want to be able to provide enough information, um, but and hold back emotion. I think that if you can, standing up for others, I think comes with a little bit of emotion, but being able to present the information without presenting the emotion. And he touches on a humble advice seeker. Um, Being able to take that advice and uh, being open to it. So at work, sometimes if I have a problem that I just can't seem to work through, I can turn to a coworker and explain what the situation is and taking that advice and seeing how I can put that into play, being open to perspectives. Which kind of goes into being a passionate perspective taker that he pointed out. For me at work, I feel like I work with all walks of life, and field workers, office workers, contractors, um, you know, different ethnicities, um, ages, genders, obviously, and being open to the perspectives they can offer. Their experiences, they come from different places. Um, like educationally, they might have a different level of experience than I do in the field. So being open to the information that they're able to give me makes me a better person later. Um, and then having excellent evidence and strong allies. I mean, I feel like these all tie together a little bit. Having evidence, you know, you're more confident if you have the information to support your claims. Whether you are trying to change something or trying to um, gain gain something out of it. I don't know. Um, and then strong allies. Yeah, if you do have the support behind you, or like you're all trying to go for the same thing, I think that that really is helpful. A lot of my communication, um, I don't know that really needs I necessarily really need a strong ally for it, but there have been times that maybe a situation's occurred and um, at work and having the support, the allies and my teammates while I try to work through that situation and communicate with a supervisor or manager um, is really helpful. I've had a couple of times where I did have to come to my own defense and really explain why I did something the way that I did it. And having the evidence leading up to it, the example being I had a job that had a compliance date. Um, and the evidence I was able to provide was another department didn't push the information to me in time to make the compliance date. Like I had prepared the work prior to it being released, and I did everything in my power, and not to blame somebody else, but just providing the evidence to get me where, to show where I came from. If I can support my end of it, then we know that that's wasn't entirely on me. I did everything that I can. So I think there's a lot of different ways that these points could be incorporated. Um, and that's just kind of my take on it.